morning dear students. Welcome once again to the SIBPS online classes. And our today's topic is laws of exponent. So we will discuss the laws, the rules and the formulas which makes our questions more easier for us. So our first law is product law. Our first law is product law. As the name suggests only, what is product? Product means the result of the multiplication of two or more numbers, right? So, product law suggests if two numbers are multiplying, they are same, but their powers are different. So, they will be equal to this. They will be equal to a raised to the power m plus n. It means that when the bases are same, these bases are same, so their power will get added. So this is our first law, which is product law. I'll show you this by example. Look at this example. Now, in example, let's suppose we have the number 5 raised to the power 2 multiply 5 raised to the power 3. So, what it will become equal to by using product law? Since the bases are same here, so we can write 5 as single base and their power will get added. So the answer will become in exponential form 5 raised to the power 5. One more example I will show you. Let's suppose minus 2 by 3 raised to the power 10 multiply minus 2 by 3 raised to the power 4. Right? Here also we can observe that the bases are same and they are multiplying. Right? So what we will do, we will write single base as minus 2 by 3 and since they are multiplying, so we will add 10 plus 4. The answer will become 2 by 3 raised to the power 14. Right? Minus 2 by 3 raised to the power 14. So this is the way we can use our product law to solve our question in a much more easier way. Always remember, when the bases are same, they are multiplying, so their power will get added. So this is our product law. Now we will talk about the next law, which is quotient law. Which law? Quotient law. Okay. Now our next law, dear student, is quotient law. As we have already discussed in product law, as the name suggests, product when the numbers are multiplying. Similarly, it is suggesting over here, the name is quotient. And what is quotient? Quotient means when the two numbers are dividing, so the result is known as quotient. So this law says when the numbers are dividing, right? When the numbers are dividing. Here you can see a raised to the power m is getting divided by a raised to the power n. They are dividing. So what we will do? It will be equal to a raised to the power m minus n. So as in product law, they are multiplying, so their power will get added. Here, as they are dividing and the bases are same, so we will subtract their powers. Right? We will subtract their powers. I'll show you it with one example. See, the same example I'm taking. 5 raised to the power, let's suppose 2 divided by 5 raised to the power 4, right? Now they are dividing. We can see they are dividing. The bases are same. So we will take single base and the power will get subtracted. 2 minus 4. The important point to be noted here is, since 2 is the first number power, so we will write it as first number, and 4 is a power of second number, so we will write it as second number. It will not be like that. The bigger number we will write first and the smaller number we will write last. So it will become 5 raised to the power minus 2. As already we have done in integers, when the opposite sign are there, the function will be subtraction. So we have subtracted both the numbers and the sign of the answer will be of the numerically greater number. Here the numerically greater number is 4. So we will put minus sign in the answer. Now one more example I will show you. Let's see, the number is again minus 2 upon 3 raised to the power 10 divided by minus 2 upon 3 raised to the power 4. Here again we can notice the bases are same. Bases are same. But instead of multiplying as per the previous example, previous law, they are dividing right now. So we will follow the quotient rule. This division symbol simply shows us that we can apply here quotient rule. So once again we will write single base here and we will subtract the powers. So what will come? It will be 2 by 3 whole raised to the power 10 minus 4 means whole raised to the power 6. So this will be the answer. Got my point clear? Okay. Now we will move to the third law. Law number 3. Now the name of third law is power law. It's a very powerful law. So what this law states, if there is a number which is having power m and one more power it has raised to the power n. That means the number is having one power inside the bracket and another power outside the bracket. So whenever this situation comes, we will apply which law? We will apply power law. Right? We will apply power law. Why power law? We can just learn it by the method. It is so powerful that it has two powers. Right? So whenever we have the power inside and outside both, so we will apply which law? Power law. Let me show you with one example. Just see the example here. 4 upon 5 whole raised to the power 3 and then again whole raised to the power 2. So here we can see this is the same structure as we have seen here, right? So what we will do? We will do base inside and outside power will get multiplied. Right? So here also what we will do? We will write 4 by 5 whole raised to the power 3 multiply 2. So it will come 4 by 5 whole raised to the power 6. You might be wondering how it happens. So just see carefully how it happens. As we can notice here that the first power is 3 and the second power is 2. So as per the expansion, how we will write it? We will write it 4 by 5 multiply 4 by 5 multiply 4 by 5. As per the power 3. So we have expanded it 3 times. Now it has one more power which is outside the bigger bracket, which is 2. So what we will do? We will repeat the same thing how many times? 2 times. So how we will write it? We will write it 4 by 5 multiply 4 by 5 multiply 4 by 5. It is one time. Now the second time 4 by 5 multiply 4 by 5 multiply 4 by 5. Now this is second time. So how many times we have written 4 by 5? Count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, we have written it 6 times. So following the long method, by using the log, we can make it short. And what we have done? We have done the same thing. What we have done? We have multiplied the power inside and outside the bracket. So it becomes 3 multiplied 2 and answer will be 4 by 5 whole raised to the power 6, which is as same as this. Right? So now move on to the next law. And the next law is very interesting law, and sometimes we get confused because of that law only. And the law is negative power law. Negative power law. Negative power law. As the name suggests, negative power. Negative power means when the power has a sign minus. See, if your base is having a negative power, a raised to the power minus n. So how can I make the power, or how can I convert the power from negative to positive? By only one way, we will flip the number. Flipping means we will write the numerator as denominator and denominator as numerator. So it will become equal to 1 upon a raised to the power n. Since there is no denominator, so denominator will be 1. That's why we have written 1 upon a raised to the power n. And you must have noticed here the power is negative, but now the power is positive. One more example. Let's suppose p upon q whole raised to the power minus x. So how we will convert the negative power into positive power? Again we will flip the number. We will make the numerator denominator and denominator as numerator. So we will write it q upon p whole raised to the power x. Whole raised to the power x. Right? Now, few more example I'll show you. See, if the number is 2 upon 3 whole raised to the power minus 5. So I need to find out, if I wanted to find out the value of this number. So first of all, I have to convert the power from negative to positive. Unless until we will convert the power from negative to positive, we cannot find the value of the given number. So first of all, we will just convert the negative power into positive power. And how we will do it? By flipping the number. When we flip the number from 2 by 3 to 3 by 2, the power will become positive. And the moment power will become positive, we can expand it and we can find the value of the same number. Right? I hope it is clear to you.